It's a big night in LA also. The jerseys are out. How are you going to watch it, and what do you think about that tribute?
Man, it's more than well deserved, and he's loved by Lakers and Laker Nation. I wouldn't expect nothing from Jeannie Buss and Linda Ramos and the Laker organization.
One of my favorite moments always that I will never forget is after that first championship, you two coming in to the locker room afterwards. NBA said no interviews. You dragged him in there with you. You hugged him and you said, "This is my brother."
Always, and it's still tough, and it's tough because we won't get to have these conversations.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to have this conversation with other people. I want to have it with him. When I go to his Hall of Fame, I want to say congratulations. When I go to his statue unveiling, I want to say congratulations. Next time I see him, I want him to go, aha, I got 5, you got 4. Next time I see him, I want him to go, oh, my daughter's 15, your daughter's 15. So that's why, as you see him do very well here tonight, I'm going to just take care of those families. And we also need to up the conversation about them too. As Kobe and Gigi, of course, they're important, but everybody's important. So my condolences goes out to all the other families. Sorry I don't have the names memorized, but I have the pictures. I actually have it up on my wall. So condolences to all the other families. We're gonna be hurting for a long time.
Yes, we are.
As I said on TV, I ain't been right anyway. Little sister died. And when you work as hard as I do, try to do certain things, you miss certain things. I just wish I was able to say one last thing, or 2 last things, or 10 last things. And last time I saw him was the TNT sit-down interview.
Yep.
I made a mistake. I thought the last time I saw him was in the last game. That just because I remember how great he was at that game. I thought that was the last time, but the last time was when we did that sit-down interview, and that's probably one of the best interviews ever.
Yeah.
When people look at it, they think we cleared the air. There was no air to clear.
Mm-hmm.
Big brother, little brother. I have a little brother, and we fight all the time. I got sisters, we fight all the time. Me and Barkley fought all the time. Me and Kevin Frazier fought one time. No, seriously, because he said something I didn't like. I approached him like a man. He explained it, and I said, you know what, Kevin, you're right. And that's what men do. You talk your problems out. All this, people want everything to be peachy and creamy. That ain't real life. If it was real life, I'd buy the program and master it and never have a problem with anybody. But, the key thing was respect. And we run 3 out of 4. And we'll forever be linked. Say Kobe, you got to say Shaq. You say Shaq, you got to say Kobe. I just wish that he was here to see it with us. But we
all do, man.
We will never ever let him be forgotten. He was already a martyr. And kids will know who the great Kobe Bryant was.
You got Natalia and those 2 little babies?
Always. Listen, babies, they don't call me Uncle Shaq for a reason. You call me up. When I have imagined speaking to a group of people about Kobe Bryant, I usually picture in the context of his Hall of Fame induction, or as a guest speaker at one of Kobe and Vanessa's Foundation's event. But never ever could I have imagined that I'd be here today speaking at his memorial. And it pains me to my core. Like all of you, I continue to be devastated over the loss of my friend, my little brother, Kobe Bryant, and my beautiful niece, Gigi. To Vanessa and the kids, Kobe's parents, sisters, and other families who lost their loved ones on that tragic day, we grieve with you. All of us were forever changed on January 26th. As we know, the Black Mama's legacy will be more than just being one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And believe me, Kobe was truly a gifted and intelligent student of the game. I remember him saying, these guys are playing checkers, and I'm out here playing chess. And I would say, I guess so, Kobe, I don't know how to play chess. But I can tell you that Kobe, what filled Kobe's heart with the most pride was his role as a loving husband to Vanessa, daddy to Gigi and Natalia, Bianca, and baby Capri, and a loving son and brother. Kobe was a loyal friend and a true Renaissance man. As many of you know, Kobe and I had a very complex relationship throughout the years, but not unlike another leadership duo, John Lennon and Paul McCartney, whose creative rivalry led to some of the greatest music of all time. Kobe and I pushed one another to play some of the greatest basketball of all time, and I am proud that no other team has accomplished what the three-peat Lakers have done since Shaq and the Kobe Lakers did it. And yeah, sometimes like immature kids, we argued, we fought, we bantered or insulted each other with offhanded remarks, our feud, but make no mistake, even when the folks thought we were on bad terms, when the cameras were turned off, he and I would throw a wink at each other and say, let's go whoop some ass. We never took it seriously. In truth, Kobe and I always maintained a deep respect and a love for one another. The day Kobe gained my respect was the guys were complaining. I said, Shaq, Kobe's not passing the ball. I said, I'll talk to him. I said, Kobe, there's no I in team. And Kobe said, I know, but there's an in me in that. So I went back. So I went back and told Rick and Big Shot Bob, I said, just get the rebound. He's not passing. Mamba, you were taken away from us way too soon. Your next chapter of life was just beginning, but now it's time for us to continue your legacy. You said yourself that everything negative, pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity for me to rise. So we now take that sage advice to now rise from anguish and begin with the healing. Just know that we got your back, little brother. I'll look after things down here. I'll be sure to teach Natalia, Bianca, and baby Capri all your moves, and I promise I will not teach them my free throw techniques.
Kyrie shot 28 times. James Harden shot 14 times. To me, that's a big deal, okay? I still expect them to come out of the East. I think if they come out of the East, Shaq, that's good enough. You're saying finals or championship or bust. I say finals or bust. Why should it be championship or bust?
You got to win. No. You listen. KD knows what it takes to win championships. So does Kyrie. James hasn't been there yet. It's time for him to get a championship. All that going to the front. No. He's not a young player. This ain't his first or second year. Championship or bust. And let me tell you why. So I guess James has a little problem with what I said. The first time we met, I had a problem with what you said, right? I talked to you like a man. And you know what you said to me, Stephen? You said, Shaq, you're a great player, but you haven't stepped up yet. Remember that? Remember you told me that? I cornered you. We got into a little argument. And look, you said, Shaq, I love you. You're the most dominant big guy in the world, but you keep getting swept. You keep getting swept. You haven't stepped up yet. So he ain't stepped up yet. All that talk about, we should be uplifting brothers and all that. I uplift my brothers by telling them the truth. I'm not a yes man, okay? You ain't show up yet. So you got to win the championship. All that making it to the finals, you're supposed to make it to the finals. You're supposed to make it to the finals, but you're also supposed to win. I want to see some people win. Look, I wish them well. I hope they win, but if they don't get a championship this year, it's a bust.
Meantime, while that was going on with Brooklyn and Cleveland, Philadelphia was winning, and they were beating Boston, and they were doing it behind Joel Embiid's 42. And Shaq, you've gotten on Embiid to stay more consistent. I say Embiid is the MVP so far this year.
No, he's not.
And guess what? If you say Embiid is the MVP, that's the talk we want to hear from our big man. Notice I say our big man because I'm the president of the Big Man Alliance. When there's another dominant big man that does what I've done, I will move out of the way. But other than that, I'm not leaving this chair. So, I've always said 28-10 is the formula for big guys to be dominant. Of course, when you go to the playoffs, you got to add to your PPG and your RPG. But, hey, I'll take 42-10 anytime. So, Mr. Embiid, keep it up.
Keep it up all he wants to. Kevin Durant is the MVP right now, Shaquille O'Neal. The brother's averaging 30 or 54% shooting, better than 40% from three-point range. And oh, by the way, 18-month hiatus because of an Achilles heel. He's the MVP right now.
And I saw what you said yesterday, and I agree with everything you said yesterday. The man had 18 months off, and he came back like he hasn't missed a beat. Yes, Kevin Durant, Durantula, is also my MVP. I have to go with Stephen A. on this one, Max.
Shaq, we're acting like there's no defensive side of the ball. Not that KD can't play defense, but if you've seen Embiid
defense
this
is
year,
overrated, Max. Defense is overrated. Stop it.
Shaq, Embiid is the closest thing the league has right now to you, and because the league is not as big man oriented anymore, everyone thinks it's a disadvantage. He's abusing these little dudes.
Say it again. He's the closest thing to what?
To you in the league right now, as far as the big man game.
Static. I can't hear you, Max. It's a lot of static. It's a lot of static in my microphone. I cannot hear you.
Shaq, but for real, you had Penny, and Penny was great, but Penny wasn't a guard version of Shaq. Kobe was. Dwayne Wade was like Shaq great as a guard, and that's what it takes for a big to win championships. He needs another dude as good as him. Can Simmons be that guy for Embiid, do you think?
I think Simmons can be that guy. I think, Ben just needs to focus on his game. A lot of people shoot the three, do this and do that, but I think he's averaging 18, 19 points, just doing his way. Definition of a great player is making the ones around you better. So I think he just needs to stay aggressive, get to the hole. Once the defense collapses, just kick it out to your guys.